sequel to Captain Marvel, which stars Brie Larson, Iman Vellani, Tiona Paris, and many more. And this film is directed and also co-written by Nia DaCosta. Captain Marvel has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. However, unintended consequences see her shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to an anomalous wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary, her powers become entangled with two other superheroes to form the Marvels. So Captain Marvel from 2019, I thought was a semi-decent film. It's a film that I know a lot of people don't really like. Uh, there's a lot of faults. There is a lot of problems with that movie, but I semi enjoyed it, and I liked the '90s theme. I liked Nick Fury. I liked seeing all these old faces from that we all know and love, like Nick Fury and Agent Coulson, back in this. I did enjoy that. I really did, and I liked how it was really an origin story of how Nick Fury discovered superheroes. It was pretty cool, but there is a lot of problems with the movie, such as Nick Fury's eye origin. How he got he didn't lose his eye, but how his eye got scratched or his eye became ruined, and it was because of Goose, and I thought that was quite stupid. And we were all expecting the Skrulls to be the bad guys of the movie, but that didn't end up happening. I think that was also another problem with that movie. But enough with the problems. I think of Captain Marvel. I'm here to talk to you about the Marvels, and well, I watched the Marvels, and what did I think of the Marvels? Well, I have to say this is another film that I know is getting a lot of shit from people. A lot of people are not liking this movie at all. There is a lot of people that are really, really, really not liking this movie. And I can understand why people don't really like this movie, but for me, anyways, I thought this movie was average. I genuinely thought this movie was average. I think it's a little bit better than Captain Marvel, but I think this movie was decent. It was an average, decent movie, and honestly, I could see why people didn't really like this movie. There's a lot of things I really want to talk about, but I'm gonna get right into the things that I kind of liked about the movie and things that I genuinely did not like about the movie. First up, I liked that we got to see all these different characters, you know, Brie Larson, Miss Marvel, and Monica Rambeau all together in one film, which I thought was really cool, and I really liked their chemistry, and I thought it was a very special part of the movie, and I think they were really, really good. And to really be able to see all these characters that we watched from the TV shows into a movie was quite great. But I can see why, people don't like the fact that you have to watch this and watch this in order to watch this movie. Like, general audiences, they don't like to really, or moviegoers, they don't really like to have to do homework to watch this and this. They just want to watch the movie as is. And I can see why it can be very confusing because you don't really get to explore you get to explore a little bit of their stories and you get a little bit of an information, but it can very much confuse some of the audiences and there can be a lot of plot holes. But for me anyway, since I watched both of these series, I really, really enjoyed the chemistry in this, and I really do like them. But I can see why people can be very confused, or the regular moviegoer audience that haven't seen Miss Marvel or haven't seen WandaVision, are saying that you have to watch this in order to watch this, and it's very pointless, and I don't want to have to do homework in order to watch this movie. I just want to watch this movie, and I can see that because there are a lot of things that aren't explained clearly, and I think this movie could have done a better job of explaining their different stories that were both explored in WandaVision and the Miss Marvel TV series. And I could see, I think it could have been in some ways explored. We could have explored a little bit more of their origin stories. I mean, we got to see that in those both of those shows, but for like the regular movie audience, I think it would have been better to really explore their stories again. Little snippets of how they got their powers, little moments, um, expanded, I'd say, of how they really got their powers, both Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau. It would have been, I think it would have been a little bit, it would have been a little bit interesting. It would have been interesting to really see where they were during those events explained in this movie. I think it would have been fitting in my opinion. But since watched both of these movies, I really did enjoy the chemistry, and I really like that they got together, and we really got to see both of those characters on from the TV shows onto the big screen. Another thing I really liked was seeing Goose in this. I think it was very special to see Goose. I think he's so cute, or actually she's cute because in the movie, minor spoilers, she has she grows these baby alien cats. Um, and I thought that was kind of cool, I think it was cool to really explore, see more of Goose, love Goose, from the first film and we get to see more of him in the second movie. um what's another thing I really liked? The planets. I really liked that singing planet. I know some people are very annoyed by that planet, but I thought that sequence was pretty cool and unique to this movie. Um, what else? There's a lot of different. I like the planets. I like Goose. There's the cameos we get to see in this film. We get to see, um, minor spoilers right here, or actually spoilers right here. We get to see Valkyrie. We get to see, um, we get to see Kate Bishop once again. It's been a while, but it was good to really get the chance to see her, and it teases into the new Avengers or the Young Avengers, which is pretty exciting. Um, what else? What else is there? Oh yeah, that post credit scene um, with Beast in it was and Marie Rambeau was absolutely sick right there. I love that part of the movie, and I thought that was very very cool. But those are really the things that I really, really liked. I liked some of the action sequences. I thought those sequences were cool. I liked the scene in the house, and I also liked the scene, the final fight scene of the movie, where they're fighting, Dar-Benn, which I thought was really, really cool. So those are really the things I liked about this film. Now I'm gonna get into the things I wasn't really a fan of, or the things that I didn't like, such as the villain. The villain, as you know, or as you've seen in the trailer, very generic villain. Nothing even special about her. The villain was very, very dry, very bland. Um, what else? Just a generic villain. You already know what's gonna happen to her. I mean, seriously, it was a very generic, bland, nothing even special, just like boring villain, you know? And that's pretty much that. I think they could have done a better job. I didn't mind the casting. I think the actress who played Dar-Benn, who's actually in real life is Tom Hiddleston's wife. Um, I think she did, like I said, I think she did okay, but like in the end, the villain was very bland, very generic, and nothing really special. Another thing I didn't like, there was a lot of pacing issues of the movie. I think there could have been scenes that would have been expanded a little more, because this film is very short and the pacing is very, very fast. And I didn't mind the 1 hour 45 minute runtime, but honestly, I think it could have been expanded a little bit more. I think there could have been more character development, more tension, more things that could have been included in the movie. That would have probably made this movie a little bit better. But that's pretty much it for what I'm gonna say about the Marvels. The Marvels is an average movie. It is a decent movie. I think it's better than Quantumania in my opinion. I genuinely think it's a very way better movie than Quantumania. And it is a little bit better than Love and Thunder and Captain Marvel. But honestly, I hope that after this movie, Marvel can get back on their feet and keep delivering us great content. And I do genuinely believe Marvel can do that. It just how they're going to do that is what matters. Because I don't believe that Marvel is dying. I don't believe that Marvel is dead. I mean, it's not what it used to be. It's not what it was back in the day with phase one and phase two and phase three, which were amazing phases and really one of the times to be alive for Marvel. 2008 through 2019 was genuinely an incredible time. And right now, I could see why people are, they don't like this stuff. There has been content that hasn't been good, and there has been content that has been good, such as Loki season 1 and 2. What else? What else is there? No Way Home, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Shang-Chi. Both of these movies were really, really amazing additions to Phase 4 and 5, and I think those movies were absolutely awesome. And I know that Marvel can deliver just like how they delivered with those movies in these phases. It's just how are they going to be able to really do these movies? And how are they going to be able to stick the landing? And I know that with the future MCU movies that are coming out and with the writers attached to it, I think there is potential, I think there is potential, and you never know, it could really surprise us. And honestly, like I said, did I say it? I don't know if I said it. I don't believe that Marvel is dying. I genuinely don't believe it is dying. It's not in their best state. They're not in their best state, and they're not what they used to be, but I believe they can climb all the way up to the top and be at their peak, because I know they can be at their peak. And like I said before, the future of the MCU and their upcoming content, I think it has a lot of potential. Deadpool 3, I'm so excited. I know a lot of people, I think most of the people are going to see this movie. They are going to see this movie because it's a character that people genuinely care about. And it has another character that also people genuinely care about, Wolverine, which is, of course, Hugh Jackman is coming back as Wolverine. And that sounds super, super exciting. And they're going to introduce the TVA and different cameos in this movie. So I know that film has a lot of potential to really excite people and make people want to see Marvel movies again and really make people really be excited for more Marvel movies, because it's a character that people are genuinely, excited about and people genuinely like. And that's a film that I'm really, really excited to see. And many more other movies. Fantastic Four, which I hope we get the cast for. I'm just so excited to see that. I think the writer of this is a very unique writer. I think he did the story for Avatar too, so it has a lot of potential. Thunderbolts, which is the same writer who did Beef, the show on Netflix, which is amazing. I think that has a lot of potential. Blade, which I heard is going to be rated R, and Michael Green, who did Logan and Blade Runner, is doing this film. He's writing this movie, so I think that also has a lot of potential. And that's a film that Also, yeah, Captain America. I heard the film got delayed to February 2025, um, because of they wanted to reshoot everything because the action sequences weren't great and it was also negative test scores. So I could see Marvel really wanting to improve and make things better and be at their peak once again. They want to be at their peak again. I know they can be at their peak again. And I think with the future of Marvel, it has a lot of potential, and I'm really looking forward to it. But for now, The Marvels is a semi decent film. I can see why people don't really like it. There is problems with the movie. The villain's very generic. The pacing of the movies can be a little weird at times. There can be very weird, awkward, cringy, little bit of cringy moments here and there. But genuinely, I thought it was a semi decent movie. I had a decent time with it. Um, and I think it's better than Quantumania. I think it's better than um, I think it's a little bit better than Love and Thunder, and I think it's also better than the first film in my opinion. Shoot me, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna give my score for Captain Marvel a 7 out of 10. It's like I said, it's a semi decent average movie. It's not great at all, but I did have some enjoyment with it, and that's pretty much that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and take care. Peace.